Good morning, students. Welcome to the class of English Literature. Today I am going to teach you a new poem named Kubla Khan. This poem is prescribed in the syllabus of BA Part 3rd. This poem was written by S.T. Coleridge. Full form of this is Samuel Taylor Coleridge. The picture of our poet is on your screen. Samuel Taylor Coleridge was born on 21st October in 1772 and he died on 25th July in 1834. He was an English poet, literary critic, philosopher, and theologian, who, with his friend William Wordsworth, was a founder of Romantic movement in England. As we know, Romantic movement was started in England in 1798. He was also a member of the Lake Poets. Now we will move towards to our poem Kubla Khan, or we can say a vision in a dream. Here is the text of this poem. I am reading out this text for you and I will tell you the difficult words. In Zinadu did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure dome decree. Here the word decree means आदेश देना. Where Alf the sacred river, Alf एक नदी का नाम है, ran through caverns means गुफाएं, measureless to man down to a sunless sea, so twice 5 miles of fertile ground, fertile means उपजाऊ, with walls and towers were girdled round. Girdle means घेरना, चारों तरफ से बांधे रखना. And there were gardens bright and sinuous reels. Sinuous means लहरदार, टेढ़ी मेढ़ी. Reels means छोटी छोटी नदियाँ. Where blossom means खिलना. Many an incense means सुगंधित, sugandh, incense bearing trees. And here were forests ancient as the hills, enfolding sunny spots of greenery. Enfold means to cover, ढक लेना, चारों तरफ से घेर लेना, लपेटना. But oh, that deep romantic chasm, chasm, chasm means गहरी खाई, which slant means तिरछा होना या झुका हुआ होना, down the green hill athwart means विपरीत अवस्था में, a saddened cover, CEDAR, सेदार मीन्स देवदार के पेड़ होता है, saddened मीन्स देवदार से बना हुआ, cover, a savage place, savage means uncivilized, जंगली, असभ्य, as holy and enchanted. Enchant means मंत्र मुग्ध हुआ हुआ. एज एवर बीनीथ ए वैनिंग मून, वैनिंग, वैन का मतलब होता है WANE, वैन मीन्स घटता हुआ। वैनिंग मून वॉज हंटेड, हंट मीन्स मंडराना, बाई वुमन वेलिंग, वेल मीन्स विलाप करना, क्राइंग, फॉर हर डीमन लवर, डीमन मीन्स सैटन, राक्षस। And from this chasm with ceaseless turmoil, ceaseless means जिसका कोई अंत ना हो, turmoil means अशांति, हलचल, seething, seething means खौलता हुआ, उबलता हुआ, as if means मानो जैसे, this earth in fast thick pants, pant means हाँफना, were breathing, a mighty fountain momently was forced, amid whose swift half intermitted means अंतराल से होना, रुक रुक कर होना, बर्स्ट मीन्स एकदम से फूट पड़ना, उछलना, ह्यूज फ्रेगमेंट्स वॉल्टेड, वॉल्टेड मीन्स गुंबदाकार या मेहराबी, लाइक रीबाउंडिंग हेल, रीबाउंड मीन्स दोबारा उछाल को प्राप्त करना, हेल मीन्स ओलों की बरसात, ओले पड़ना, और चैफी ग्रेन बीनीथ द थ्रेसर्स फ्लैल, फ्लैल मीन्स जोर से हिलाना, and amid these dancing rocks at once and ever it flung up momently the sacred river, 5 miles meandering, meandering means घुमावदार, with a mazy motion, mazy means पेचीदा, जिसको समझने में कठिनाई हो, पहेली जैसा, टेढ़ा मेढ़ा, through wood and dale, dale means valley, घाटी, the sacred river ran, then reached the cavern measureless to man and sank in tumult, tumult means तूफान या हंगामा, कुबला heard from far ancestral voice, ancestral means पुरखों की आवाज़, पूर्वजों की आवाज़, प्रोफेसिंग, प्रोफेसी मीन्स भविष्यवाणी करना, वॉर द शैडो ऑफ द डोम ऑफ प्लेजर फ्लोटेड मिडवे ऑन द वेव्स, वेयर वॉज हर्ड द मिंगल्ड मेजर फ्रॉम द फाउंटेन एंड द केव्स, इट वॉज ए मिराकल ऑफ रेयर डिवाइस, ए सनी प्लेजर डोम विद केव्स ऑफ आइस, ए डैमजल मीन्स अविवाहित सुंदर स्त्री, विद ए डुल्सिमर, डुल्सिमर इज ए काइंड ऑफ स्ट्रिंग्ड म्यूजिक इंस्ट्रूमेंट, स्ट्रिंग मीन्स तारों से बना हुआ एक म्यूजिक इंस्ट्रूमेंट होता है डुल्सिमर, एक प्रकार का। इन ए विजन वंस आई सा इट वॉज एन अबिसिनियन मैड, मैड मीन्स मैडन, एक अविवाहित स्त्री, and on her dulcimer she played, singing of Mount Abora, could I revive within me her symphony, symphony means स्वर संगति, स्वरों की साम्यता, and song to such a deep delight it would win me, that with music loud and long I would build that dome in air, that sunny dome, those caves of ice, and all who heard should see them there, and all should cry, beware, beware, his flashing eyes, his floating hair, weave means bunna, a circle round him thrice, and close your eyes with holy dread, dread means डरना या भय, डर. For he on honey dew hath fed and drunk the milk of paradise. This is the text of this poem. Now we will start this poem by some informations and its detailed summary. This poem was written by Samuel Taylor Coleridge, as we already know. This poem was completed in 1797 and published in 1816. According to Coleridge's preface to Kubla Khan, the poem was composed one night after he experienced an opium-influenced dream after reading a work describing Xanadu, Xanadu, the summer palace of the Mongol ruler and emperor of China, Kublai Khan. Upon waking, he set about writing lines of poetry that came to him from that dream, until he was interrupted by a person from Porlock. The poem could not be completed according to its original 200 to 300 line plan, as the interruption caused him to forget the lines. He left it unpublished and kept it for private readings for his friends until 1816, when, at the prompting of another poet, Lord Byron, it was published. This poem is vastly different in style from other poems written by Coleridge. The first stanza of the poem describes Kubla Khan's pleasure dome, built alongside a sacred river fed by a powerful fountain. The second stanza of the poem is the narrator's response to the power and effects of an Abyssinian maid's song, which enraptures him but leaves him unable to act on her inspiration unless he could hear her once again. In the third and final stanza, this whole thing shifts to a first person perspective of the speaker, detailing his sighting of a woman playing dulcimer, and if he could revive her song, he could fill the pleasure dome with music. He concludes by describing a hypothetical audience reaction to the song in the language of religious ecstasy. Most modern critics now view Kubla Khan as one of the Coleridge's three great poems, along with the Rime of the Ancient Mariner, and second one is Christabel. The poem is considered one of the most famous examples of Romanticism in English poetry and is one of the most frequently anthologized poems in the English language. This was some information regarding the poem. In the next video, we will discuss its detailed summary and its explanation. Till then, thank you.